Yes, students, in our previous class, we have completed the seventh chapter, that is structural organization in animals. The same chapter I am starting the neat questions, MCQs here. Fine, structural organization in animals, seventh chapter. Recently, we have been completed in the previous class, previous session. So, synopsis I am not giving because recently, day before yesterday, we have completed the chapter. So this, I think it's clear now. Okay. Well, first is we know that in this chapter we have studied histology first, that is nothing but animal tissue. So questions are also based on that only. Let's start. First question: what do you call an organization of group of similar cells along with intercellular substances? We have told you the definition of tissue: group of cells having similar structure, function, and origin. Such cells are together. Such a group of cells is known as tissue. The word meaning of tissue is known as texture. Texture also means layer. This is the meaning of tissue, and definition of tissue also I have told you. So here option C for the first question, option C, tissue is the correct answer. He says A, organ. You all know what is organ. System, then tissue. This is the definition of tissue, the above question. D, cell membrane. So answer C is the correct answer there. Next question: to establish a system of organ system, what kind of interaction occur to form common functions? Clear? A, physical, B, chemical, C, both, and D, symbiotic. You know the meaning of symbiotic: mutually benefited. Symbiosis or mutualism. Symbiotic here. Fine. So one is physical reactions also should take place, chemical reactions should take place, so that the answer here is again C, that is both A and B. What do you mean by the both A and B? That is nothing but physical and chemical reactions should take place in a organ system. And moreover, this is an organ system, so biological reactions of course do take place, but during these processes, life processes, physical and chemical reactions takes place in a system, in organ, in organs. Fine. So sometimes we say physiochemical, we say physiological, and we say biochemical reactions. So all, so thereby both physical and chemical in a system. So in a living system, hence biological is also involved. Next one: which of the following is correct for epithelial tissue? A, it is present only as inner tissue. He is asking about epithelial. Epi refers to, you know what is epi refers to. So listen now. A, it is present only as inner lining. B, it is present only as outer lining. Fine. C, contains very less intracellular matrix, and D, all of these. Epithelial tissue contains very less intracellular matrix. That's the correct option here. So which is the correct for epithelial tissue? And you all know this tissue covers the body, outer organs, and the inner organ, also the upper surface. Next: which of the following contains a simple epithelial tissue as their lining? One is ducts. A, ducts. B, tubes. C, both A and B, that is nothing but ducts and tubes. D, skin of mouth. So what is asking? Which of the following contains simple epithelial in their lining? Lining means inside. So here both ducts and tubes, thereby answer C is the correct option over there. Next one: which of the following tissue has free surface? Which of the following tissue has free surface? Fine. Options here are options: connective tissue, A, connective tissue, B, muscular tissue, C, epithelial tissue, and D, neural tissue. Fine. Which of the following has a free surface? Fine. Epithelial tissue. Fine. Sometimes in area, clear, epithelial tissue which has free surface. Fine. Free area. Connective and muscular won't be. Next one: which of the following is not a simple epithelium? Not a simple epithelium. Fine. Squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue. None of these are simple epithelial tissue. They are all compound. They comes into compound epithelial tissue. So answer D is the correct option there. Very simple question. Next one: which of the following places contain a squamous epithelial tissue as its lining? When we are discussing about squamous epithelial tissue, we have told you it is present in clear respiratory system and as well as in blood vessels. So here option A says blood vessels, option B says air sac in lungs, fine. Option C says nasal cavity, and D says both A and B. So it is present in blood vessels as well as in air sacs. Thereby the option D is the correct answer over here. The places where squamous epithelial tissue is found. Fine, location clear. So next question. Secretion and absorption. Secretion and absorption, opposite functions, but I have told you secretion and absorption is done by what kind of tissue? Which kind of tissue of epithelium? A. Squamous epithelium, B. Cuboidal epithelium, C. Columnar, and D. Ciliated columnar epithelium. Fine. Both secretion and absorption based on the site, based on the organ, based on the requirement of the body. Both these opposite functions are performed by cuboidal epithelial tissue. Fine. Next one. Which of the following epithelium is irregularly shaped? Irregular. Fine. Irregular in shape. Fine. A. Squamous, B. Cuboidal, C. Columnar, and D. Ciliated columnar. Fine. It is not irregular, but when you compare to cuboidal and columnar ciliated tissue, fine. So this squamous epithelial tissue, fine, is considered as irregularly shaped because the cells are either round or polygonal. I told you pavement epithelial tissue. So comparatively, little bit of irregularity. Next one, D. 10th question. Cuboidal epithelium can be found in. Where do you come across cuboidal epithelium tissue? A. Distal convoluted tubule, B. Proximal convoluted tubule. So these both are the parts of nephron. You might have studied in the excretory chapter. Fine. Distal convoluted tubule comes later, whereas proximal PCT comes in the before. So here cuboidal epithelial tissue can be found here because here selectively absorption takes place. So cuboidal epithelial tissue is present here in the proximal convoluted tubule of nephron of the kidney, helping in the purification of the blood and formation of urine. Next, in columnar epithelium, where is the nucleus located? Where is nucleus? Slightly in columnar epithelium, slightly the posterior or the basal side below, which is attached, the attached end is slightly broader, and we come across nucleus is found present at the bottom, near the bottom or at the base. So option A is the correct answer, whereas the upper end, which is free end, fine, is little comparatively narrow, whereas we come across the presence of nucleus at the basal end. So option A is the correct answer, that is at the base. He says in the middle and at the top. Fine, they are all in other tissues. Fine. Next question. 12th question. Clear? If cuboidal epithelial turns out to have microvilli on it. Microvilli, you all know, if villi comes, clear what we call as, if cuboidal epithelial tissue have microvilli on it, what will it be called? A. Ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. In the question he has used the term cuboidal, don't get confused, fine, and here he is saying columnar, don't get confused. Ciliated is correct terminology over there. B. Pseudo-ciliated epithelium. It cannot be pseudo because there are microvilli are absolutely present. He is saying both A and B can't be. So D. Ciliated epithelial tissue, fine, is the correct answer. Cuboidal epithelial tissue having what? Microvilli on its anterior surface, upper surface. Such a tissue is what is known as. Since they present microvilli, we call it as ciliated epithelial tissue. We come across this in case of intestine in order to absorb the digested food in the small intestine rather. Okay. Next, where is columnar epithelium found? Columnar epithelial tissue, again here same. A. Lining of the tissue intestine, B. Outer wall of the stomach, C. Proximal convoluted tubule, D. All of these. Columnar epithelial tissue we come across in the lining of the intestine. Clear? Lining of the intestine we come across columnar epithelial tissue. In some parts of the intestine they are modified, having microvilli, ciliated. Next, where is ciliated epithelium found? Where do you come across ciliated epithelial tissue? A. Bronchioles, B. Fallopian tube, C. Both A and B, D. Lungs. In the class also we have told you, fine, ciliated epithelial tissue is found present in the respiratory tract in order to trap the dust particles and microorganisms, and also in the fallopian tube, also known as oviduct, the function of the ciliated epithelial tissue over here is for the safe passage of smooth passage of the ovum when it is collected from ovary in the fallopian tubes and oviducts. So here in both A and B, this ciliated epithelial tissue is present. Thereby on option C, both A and B are correct. Next, cuboidal or columnar epithelial which is specialized for secretion are called. When they secrete, fine, clear, what they are called. This is the secretion is a clue there. In the question itself you will come across many clues, so such clues you have to catch hold of. You have to catch hold of such clues, and thereby it makes you to answer easier. Fine. So A ciliated epithelial, B glandular, C both A and B, D none. Whichever secretes glands, exocrine glands, endocrine glands, and heterocrine glands also. So when it usually secretion, only secretion, other tissues also secrete, but specialized function of the glandular tissue is to secrete. You all know that exocrine glands secrete enzymes, and hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. So glandular epithelial tissue, we have discussed three types of tissues in glandular. One is exocrine, other is heterocrine, and one is exocrine, endocrine, and heterocrine. Heterocrine is also known as mixed gland or compound gland. Classical example I have given you about pancreas. Okay. Next one, which of the following is unicellular? Very important question, very good question. Unicellular glandular epithelial tissue. Fine, clear. A salivary glands, multicellular. Islets of Langerhans, it is the endocrine part of pancreas. It cannot be. Goblet cells, here they are found present in the stomach and intestine also, usually generally more in the stomach. Goblet cell or goblet cells, they act as unicellular, single cell acting as a gland here. Fine. So unicellular glandular tissue, goblet cells. The function of goblet cells is to secrete mucus. Try to remember what they secrete. They secrete mucus, the lining, protective membrane. Fine. Also helps in immunity also. Next one, which of the following is not secreted by exocrine gland? Not secreted. Fine. Earwax, what we call commonly earwax, it is known as ceruminum. Ceruminous gland, ceruminum. Fine. You come across in you study in second year, 8th chapter. Fine. Because ceruminous glands are present in the ear, that secreted ceruminum. Fine. So what we call earwax, it is not secreted by exocrine glands, because exocrine glands secrete enzymes. I told you they are more in digestive system. We have studied. Next chapter will be taking. Next, oil. Oil is secreted by sebaceous glands that are found present in the skin. So try to find out, try to note this, the extra points over here. Oil, what we call generally oil. It's not oil basically. It's a chemical, what we call sebum, secreted from sebaceous glands. Fine. Milk, you all know milk is secreted from mammary glands in mammals, the characteristic of a mammalia, class Mammalia. So none of these are secreted from exocrine gland, because exocrine gland secretes only enzymes. What it secrete? Enzymes like salivary amylase. Fine. Lysozymes. So all those enzymes are secreted by exocrine glands. Earwax, oil are not the enzymes, hence none of these is the answer. Next one, whose products are called hormone and where are they secreted? Just now I told you endocrine glands secreted hormones, fine, whereas exocrine gland secretes enzymes. Now listen, whose products are called hormones? Hormone, the meaning of hormone is to stimulate, to get excited, fine, and where they are secreted? A, exocrine in the blood, B, endocrine gland and blood, C, exocrine and lymph. He has asked two questions here. The products of hormone, one question here. Answer, where they are secreted. He is asking the site of secretion also. Try to understand. D, endocrine glands. Of course, hormones are secreted by endocrine glands, and where they are secreted? They are secreted in the fluid bathing the gland. Why? Because these endocrine glands are what glands? They are ductless glands. They don't have any ducts, any ducts or tubular structure. So directly they secrete into the bloodstream. That's why it is known as endocrine. Filled fluid bathing the gland. What do you mean by bathing the gland? The fluid which is present around the gland. Bathing means around, surrounding the gland, around the gland, whichever fluid is present. There is nothing but fluid bathing the gland. Fine. So that's nothing but blood only, because they are ductless glands. They don't have any ducts for their secretion. So hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. I hope it's clear. Moving on to next question. Which of the following functions of compound epithelial is minimal? Minimal. Fine. What do you mean by minimal? Minimum, less. Fine. A, protection. Fine. Of course, it is very protective. I have told you it is in protection because it is found present on the upper side. Less function, minimum function. One is B, secretion. C, absorption. These are very least functions that are performed by epithelial tissue, because epithelial tissue is a covering tissue, outer tissue, thereby it is more functioning as protective in function. So least minimal function is both B and C, that is nothing but secretion and absorption, because these two functions are performed by columnar cuboidal epithelial tissue and other. So here he is asking about epithelial tissue. It performs least function of secretion and absorption, thereby option D, both B and C are correct. Next question. Where we will not find the compound epithelial, where we won't find the compound epithelial tissue is asking. Dry skin surface, we come across epithelial tissue. Moist skin of the mouth, also we find the epithelial, upper palate. I have told you, in the mouth, moist means wet, fine, clear. They are also pharynx also, of course, true, pharynx is also fine. But whereas in pancreas, what we call heterocrine gland, fine, because one part of it acts as exocrine, other part exocrine, other part of it act as endocrine. The exocrine part is known as pancreatic acini, whereas the endocrine part is known as islets of Langerhans. The exocrine part secretes pancreatic juice that helps in digestion because it has enzymes like pancreatic amylase, pancreatic lipase, trypsin, chymotrypsin, etc. We will talk in detail about the digestive system in the chapter. So here pancreas is not lined by compound epithelial tissue. Next, what is the function of tight junction? There are three junctions here: gap junction, tight junction, fine. So he's asking what is the function of a tight junction. We have mentioned in the material also the functions, fine. So A, protect from bacterial infection. It is not the function of tight junction. Stop substances leaking across the tissue. That's why it is known as a tight junction, because they are bound tightly. So B is the correct answer. The function of tight junction in between the cells. There are three types of junctions, fine. We have discussed there in the study material also. So tight junction stops the substances across the tissue, fine. So leakage is prevented. That's why it is known as tight junction. Next, what is the function of adhering junction? Fine. Adhering meaning itself, it says adhering. It helps in attachment to one another, thereby A option, cementing to keep neighboring cells together. So in the name itself, that's why I told you, because you are since in first year still, I told you there will be a word that gives you clue towards the answer. That clue word you have to catch hold, so thereby it makes you easier to find out the answer over here. So here the clue word is adhering. Adhering is nothing but cementing, patching up together, attaching together. So cementing to keep neighboring cells together is the correct option here, A. The other is known as the B option, giving rigidity to tissue. Rigidity is given by fibers, fine, clear. Collagen fibers stop leaking substances, that we have already understood now in case of tight junction. So all of these is not the correct answer. So option A is the correct answer there. Next one, which of the following junctions facilitate the cells to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cells? Try to understand which of the following junctions facilitate, which makes the cells to communicate with each other, fine, with each other by connecting the cytoplasm, of adjoining neighboring cell, fine, neighboring cell, next cell, adjacent cell. So here it's very easy to understand, because we have already understand about tight junction, the function. We have understand about the adhering junction. The third type of junction is what is known as gap junction, where through that gap there will be communication between, fine, communication, coordination between the cells. So such a junction is what is known as gap junction. Next one, big molecules can be transported to the neighboring cells by which of the following junction? Big molecules, macromolecules, larger molecules. It needs some space over there. Very easy. So this is the clue word in the question. Big, it needs some space. So what is there? Space, gap junction. Through gap junctions, macromolecules are transported from one cell to other based on their necessity, based on their functions. So through gap junction, because tight junction it cannot happen, fine, movement. Adhering junctions, they are attached to each other. So there should be some like space where the cells are loosely arranged, hence it is known as gap junction. Through this, larger molecules, macromolecules from one cell to other cell passes. It facilitates the passage of the macromolecules from one cell to other cell. Thereby the answer B, option B, gap junction is the answer. Next question, which tissue links and support other tissues or organs of the body? Very easy, fine. Epithelial tissue, B, connective tissue, C, neural tissue, and D, all of these, fine. The tissue that connects, that binds, that connects, fine, that binds one tissue to other tissue is known as connective tissue. Clear? Next, very easy for 25th question. B is the option, that is connective tissue, because the function of connective tissue is to connect the tissues together, thereby help in the formation of organ. Fine. Next question, moving on to the next question, that is 26th question. Fine. In which of the following connective tissue the elastin fibers, what fibers? Elastin fibers are absent, is asking. Absent, try to understand, not present. Don't worry. Elastin fibers, bone, fine. Cartilage abundantly present in some of the bones, basic bones or primary bones. Elastin fibers are found present. Clear? So elastin fibers are not found present in blood. So elastin protein is not present in the blood, absent in the blood. Hence C is the correct answer. In the blood, the proteins that are present are fibrin, Fine. Thrombin and fibrin proteins that are present, you might have come across this in case of circulation chapter. Thrombin and fibrin helping in blood clotting. Fine. Okay. So cartilage contains a lot of elastin, and I have told you there are two types of fibers. One is elastin fibers, other is collagen fibers and elastin fibers. Collagen fibers are responsible for rigidity, and elastin fibers are responsible for flexibility. Clear? Next one. The matrix or ground substance in connective tissues are made up of dash. Clear? Thick proteins, no. Elastin proteins, no. It is modified polysaccharides. What in biomolecules you have studied, polysaccharides are nothing but carbohydrates. Fine. Modified here because they have to act as a matrix. I have told you the definition of matrix: the ground substance of a tissue wherein cells and fibers are suspended. Such a ground substance is referred as matrix. In connective tissue, matrix is made up of different types of polysaccharides. Thereby the answer option C is the correct answer. Next, which of the following possess semi-fluid ground substance? Semi-fluid, fine. Ground substance is nothing but matrix, as I told you now. So option A, areolar tissue, correct. Then B, adipose tissue, that's also correct. They are the basic type of connective tissues. Fine. C, blood is not semi-fluid, as of course fluid it is. Fine. So here option D, both A and B, that is areolar tissue and adipose tissue. The difference here is you come across little bit of air gaps here. Air gaps are considered to be present, so hence it is known as areolar tissue. In adipose tissue, more amount of adipocytes are present, fat is present, storage tissue, there we call it as adipose tissue. Both these have semi-fluid matrix or ground substance. I hope it's clear. Whereas blood is totally a fluid connective tissue. It is not semi-fluid, it is completely fluid connective tissue. Next, which of the following is not a part of areolar tissue? Fibroblasts are present. They are the function of fibroblasts is to produce fibers in the areolar tissue. Mast cells also present. They help in immunity. Fine, clear. Mast cells. Fibroclast, he says fibroclast, don't get confused. Fibroblast, I have told you in the classes, blasts are also nothing but cells, sites are also nothing but cells. The fibroblast means the cells that help in the production of fibers. Such cells are found present in the areolar tissue. Fibroblasts are present, mast cells are also present, fibroclasts are not present. Fine. So here he says not present in areolar tissue, fibroclast. Next question. Where is the excess unused nutrition stored in our body? Excess, too much. Unused, storage. Unused means it is getting stored. Nutrition, which tissue? Adipose tissue. Why? What do you mean by this? Excess unused nutrition? Nothing but fat. So whichever the fat is there in the adipocytes or adipose means fat. I have told you whale's blubber, classical example as an adaptation. So adipose tissue, it acts as a storage organ. RFM, I have told you. I might have told you. No, I have not told you this. RFM. What is that? Reserve food material. Don't think that it is red FM. Reserve food material. RFM means fat acts as a reserve food material. Fine. The functions of fat I have discussed in the class. Fine. It acts as a reserve food material during starvation, during fasting, when we become chronic ill patients, when we won't take adequate amount of food. In such cases, this fat acts as a reserve food material. Fine. So adipose tissue. Next one, in which tissue the fibers and fibroblasts are completely packed? Fibers also and fibroblasts also. Dense regular connective tissue. Okay. Dense irregular connective tissue. Both A and B is correct. So here C answer is the correct answer. Fine. Next one, which structure are joined by tendons? Tendons joined muscles to bone. We have told you tendons are responsible for joining muscles to bones. So option A, skeletal muscles to bones. Whereas muscle to ligament means muscle to muscle. Next one, which of the following tissue is not present in skin? Epithelial tissue, it is present. Dense connective tissue is present. Areolar tissue, C, is not present in the skin. Clear? Next one. Which of the following is or are example of dense connective tissue? Dense connective tissue example is asking tendons. Tendons connect bone to muscle. Cartilage, fine, is flexible, fine, ligament, muscle to bone, fine, it's also not very dense, they comes under, fine, they comes under loose connective tissue or loose connective tissue there. So dense connective tissue is nothing but tendon. What kind of tissue is goblet cell? Just now we told you, we have previous questions we have learned, goblet cell is nothing but a simple unicellular tissue, that's nothing but epithelial tissue, it comes under epithelial tissue. Connective tissue, neural tissue, it can't be. Which portion of the cartilage provides it with solidity, pliability and resistance to compression? Collagen fibers, they provide solidity, that is rigidity, what I told you, but here more properties are there, pliability and resistance. So intracellular material which consists of cells and fibers. Next, what provides bone with hard and non-pliable properties? One is collagen fibers and other is calcium salts. Fine, calcium salt, because of the presence of calcium salt, it becomes harder, non-pliable, non-flexible, fine, so immovable, like that. So whereas bones move where joints are present, fine, so both A and B are correct, option C. Next one, what are osteocytes? Osteo refers to bone, I have told you. Where are osteocytes located? He is asking the position where they are located. They are located in a lacunae. What are lacunae? The hollow spaces where 2 or 3 or 4 bone cells are found present in each lacunae, that is in cartilage, and in each lacunae here 1 bone cell is found present, not in the entire bone. Option B is correct answer. Next, which of the following is not true? Not true. Limb bones or long bones, true statement. The function of long bones is weight bearing, to carry the weight or to hold the weight and bringing out the movements, of course, correct statement. Next, bone marrow in all such long bones are site of blood cells production. Clear? In long bones, fine, the bone marrow is present is what is known as yellow bone marrow. It is not the site of blood cells production, it is nothing but the fat or storage. Whereas the red bone marrow in smaller bones, lower bones, fine, smaller bones are found present, that produces blood cells, what we call as erythropoiesis or leukopoiesis and thrombopoiesis. So bone marrow that is present in long bones are not for blood production, it is yellow bone marrow. So this is the wrong statement, correct answer, because it says not true. Next, what is the main function of blood? Protection of the body. Fine, main function of blood, protection, no. Why? It's a fluid connective tissue. So B option, transport of various substances, of course correct. What is various substances includes? Respiratory gases and also nutrients, and also to transport waste products. So transport of various substances is the correct answer. Next, the long cylindrical fibers that form a muscle is made up of long cylindrical fibers that make a muscle. This is the answer, this is the clue word here, muscle. Tenofibrils, collagen fibers, fibroblast. Option D. What is it? Myofibrils. The study of muscles is called myology, I have told you. So whenever muscles comes, myofibrils. Option D is the correct answer. The remaining questions we'll discuss in the next class. Keep studying. God bless you. Good luck. Take care.